Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at your June 2025 insights. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that's the only way to book a session with me. If someone reaches out to you, just remember that's not me. All right. Spirit, we're looking at June 2025. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Oh, there's 2 there, so we're going to take the one on the bottom. And can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? Pile number 1, you have B, and you have the red tiger's eye. Pile number 2, you have Cobra, and you have the Bloodstone crystal. Pile number 3, you have Hawk, and you have the Howlite crystal. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards. You can pause the video if you need more time, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the red tiger's eye, and your card is B. The energy that I feel from this card is that you're working on something, and you're possibly working on this thing with other people, okay? And it could be that you're trying to get something off the ground, or that you have already gotten off the ground, but you're going to start to see more progress throughout June, okay? So seeing more progress in June applies to whatever your situation is here, because, you know, this is a general reading, so it's going to vary from person to person, but you see the B is in the air, and so I'm feeling like this vision that you have, you're going to start to see it coming together. You're starting to connect the dots. You're starting to see progress in the effort that you've put into something, and also if you're trying to find the right people to help you with this, or to become a part of this, those people are going to be coming into your life. Things are going to start to come together for you in June. And I feel like there's like so much excitement going on in the air. And I'm hearing that you're going to love like the end result, because, you know, the bee and honey, and I'm getting that same idea with whatever's going on with you, that you're just going to really, really appreciate whatever comes out of this, right? Whenever you accomplish your goal with this particular project or idea. And what Spirit is saying is keep going, keep being productive, because I'm seeing you being very productive here. And I'm also seeing if other people are involved in this, I'm seeing that they hold the same vision as you, that they are as dedicated as you, they have the same level of persistence. I'm also getting determination, and I am getting a sense of having patience here, because it seems like certain pieces of whatever you're doing may be kind of meticulous, or something where it takes a while to get one little piece of the puzzle done. But I'm seeing that although it may be taking a while for certain pieces of this to come together, it's something that you enjoy doing. If other people are involved, they enjoy it as well. And I just get a sense that you really enjoy seeing this idea or project or whatever it is kind of come together. So Spirit says keep doing what you're doing, because it's going to work out for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? Okay, so we need this one, and we need the top one here. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, deep diving. Yeah, share your song. Whatever this is that you're doing here, it's supposed to involve other people, okay? Or maybe one other person who has some insight or someone who can add something to what you're doing, because I'm getting a sense that a lot of you are working on something with other people, and then I'm also getting a sense that some of you are trying to do something on your own, and Spirit is telling me that you need to involve other people somehow with this. And by involving other people, you're going to see results much, much quicker. Okay. Another thing is when this, whatever it is here, gets to a place of completion or a place of, you know, nearing completion, something like that, don't be afraid to share it with the world. Okay, so there are two different messages I'm getting with this card. Don't be afraid to involve other people. Okay, someone can actually help you. You don't need to do it all on your own. And then if this is some kind of creative project or something like that, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and share it with the world, because it's going to be very, very well received. Okay, you're going to be attracting, no matter what your situation is, and if you're going to be sharing this with someone else, or if you need to bring people in to help you with this, with frequency of sound, you're going to be attracting people who are like-minded, people who understand your vision, people who will appreciate the hard work that's gone into this, okay? And then we have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. See, that's interesting. So as I was talking about this with share your song, and now we have soul gifts and training, okay, I'm feeling like this is something you're working on, something that could be a talent that you have, a skill that you have, and or maybe just this vision that you have. You're trying to bring something to life and you want to share it with the world, but you may have a little bit of fear saying, oh no, what if it's not well received? Or what if my people don't find me? Or, you know, something like that. And what Spirit is saying is that whatever this is that you're working on here, it's going to, first of all, it's going to create a lot of buzz, okay, with the B. And it's also, I feel you're following a calling, like a very specific calling. And Spirit says it's time to step up. It's time to walk through this door and move forward, and you're going to be rewarded. Okay. And also for some of you with soul gifts and training, this could mean that throughout June, you're going to continue working on this skill. You're going to continue perfecting this skill, and you're going to be ready to present it to the world, you know, by the end of June, or, you know, perhaps shortly after that. What else would you like to tell pile number one? Ooh, we have first quarter moon in Aries and step into your power. Called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up, step into your power. So it's time to step up and into whatever this is talking about here. So don't be shy, okay? Don't shy away from your gifts, and also don't shy away from sharing your gifts with the universe. For some of you with the B, this could have something to do with your community. Maybe you're trying to get a community group together. Maybe you're trying to put together some kind of volunteer effort, and you're trying to help other people. Maybe your calling is, you know, something like that, like helping the underdog, helping people, you know, with anything that they need help with. And you know, I mean, that's, of course, that's just an example, but that's something that I saw in my mind. And what Spirit is saying is that whatever it is, you have a great talent. So maybe your talent is bringing people together. Maybe your talent is something more specific with a specific skill. But you're very, very important to whatever this is that's going on. Maybe some of you are artists, and Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to share your artwork. Like you're very, very talented, and you're going to find a community of people who will support you and who will share your artwork and who will purchase your artwork and who will spread the word. Okay, it could be word of mouth, things like that. So there's, you know, quite a few different possibilities going on with this particular pile, but still with kind of the same general overtone, right? Wow, you have new moon in Leo and shine. Exactly what I've been telling you. There's something about whatever it is that you're working on, you have some sort of great talent or great vision. And some of you may not know it yet. Some of you may think, oh, I have this idea and it sounds really nice and, you know, I hope it works, but I don't know, maybe I don't have what it takes, or maybe I won't find the right people, or maybe the right people won't find me. And Spirit is like, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, why would you think that? Because is quite the opposite. Okay. But of course we, you know, I mean, I guess some people are so confident they don't have any doubt whatsoever. But I think for the most part, most people have some little doubt in their mind when they're starting something. And I think, you know, that can sometimes keep us in check, make sure that we're, you know, double checking things, making sure that we didn't miss anything. So, you know, it's basically a healthy balance of moving forward with this determination and productivity and knowing that things are going to work out with, you know, a little bit of fear so that you know, you're not getting ahead of yourself, but don't let that fear overtake you. It's like 10% fear, 90% determination. Okay. Or less, even less fear than that. Right. So yeah, if your fear is more than 10%, just try to work on that. And just Spirit says, focus on what it is that you're doing here and step into your power. Don't give in to those fears, because you're definitely being called to do something here and you're going to shine. Okay. This isn't Spirit saying, try to shine. This is Spirit saying you're going to shine. And why do I say that? Because the bee and the honey, okay? And then you have shine here. So it's like, do you see what I'm saying? It's your hard work is going to pay off and you are going to shine and people are going to enjoy the results of what you're producing. Let's look at your tarot cards. What else? Ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh, the Lover's card. Very interesting. So with the Lover's card, this could definitely mean a couple different things here. So the first thing that I'm getting here is that whatever this is, okay, and because this is a general reading, so it's going to vary. Whatever you're working on in June, it's something that you're very good at. It's something that Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? Okay, this card is sticking out. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is very exciting. So when I look into this card, okay, I'm getting a couple things here. I feel that whatever you're doing here, whatever you're producing, whatever you're working on, I feel that it holds great emotional value for you and to you. Okay. I really feel that this is something you have put a tremendous amount of energy into. This is like your heart and soul. This is your baby. This is your project. This is something that you truly believe in. And Spirit is saying, keep going with it. There's something that's going to happen in June that's going to kind of solidify things, or it's meeting the perfect person or finding that perfect element or adding the perfect thing to the mix of whatever this is that's really going to help this idea take off for you. So keep going. And I'm hearing, why am I seeing 1010? I keep seeing 1010 flash in my mind. And I know, of course, this Wheel of Fortune is number 10, but I'm seeing 1010. So it could be 1010 on the on a clock, on your watch, on your phone, watching this video. It could be any number of things that you might run across. Or it could have something to do with like October 10th. Maybe something's gonna start in June and then by October it really, really takes off, or you sign like a really important deal in October, something like that. But I just wanted to tell you about that. Okay, and here we have the moon. So with the moon card, remember I just said something about in June, it seems like something's going to come in. So the perfect idea, a missing piece, a missing link, someone who can add something very beneficial to your idea or to this group that you may be in working on something. And so it seems like with the moon card, you have this great vision, but there could be a little piece of it that hasn't clicked into place yet, which makes sense with what I was talking about with the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit says, keep moving forward. All of the little details are going to come together. Everything's going to click into place. And, okay. And everything's going to make sense. But Spirit says that if you use your intuition and follow the guidance, which could have something to do with number 1010, okay? Just pay attention to that as you go forward. Because I'm seeing here, I'm seeing like a mirror image, okay, where it's so similar that it almost looks like the same thing, but it could be slightly different or something like that. And with the moon card, I don't know if Spirit is going to give me any more information than that, because the moon can be a little bit mysterious, and sometimes Spirit wants you to kind of figure out some of the little details on your own. But if anything else comes to me with this moon card, I will obviously let you know. But there's something about a mirrored image, and that's probably exactly why I saw 1010. So hopefully that makes sense to someone watching this. Okay, what else? We have the Queen of Swords. So be discerning in what you're doing. Listen to your intuition. Things are taking shape. Things are transforming. What I'm seeing here with the Queen of Swords is that all of this activity, all of this productivity, this determination, all of that, I'm seeing that it's like calming down. And so I'm feeling like all of this hard work is getting to a point where it's like, okay, we got the hard part done. Now we can relax a little bit and like see what else needs to be done. We can tend to the details now. We can start communicating with other people. So this could be indicating that you've done something here and now you're going to be presenting it to the world. Okay, you're going to be showing other people what you've been doing, presenting it, maybe trying to sell something, or, you know, presenting things so that people can see what you've been doing, something like that. So with share your song, so that sharing part, I'm seeing it here with the Queen of Swords saying, okay, this is what I've been working on. What do you think? And I'm also seeing with the Queen of Swords that whoever you share this with, people are going to be very receptive. Oh, is that 2 cards? Okay. Here we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, because the Queen examines the cup, right? The Queen is holding the cup saying, you know, let me look at this. It's ready to be presented. Okay, so that's kind of what I was just talking about with the Queen of Swords here. It's like, I have this great accomplishment. I'm feeling like it's at a point where it's complete and I'm ready to move forward into the next step with whatever this is. So I see you getting to a point of solidity with this vision that you have here, like really working on something, getting something to a place of kind of like completion, where it's like, okay, we've done all this hard work. Now what's the next step? And it's interesting that you have the 2 queens here right beneath step into your power, because obviously, right, the queens are very powerful. So don't be afraid to shine. The Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups here, sorry, I'm fixing your cards. Okay. You know, the Page of Cups with the fish jumping out of the cup here, there's something remember, there's something that's coming together, someone who's coming into your life. There's someone, I'm telling you, there's someone who's going to be important in something that you're doing in June, something relating to this. So this could be a missing piece of information. Maybe you need someone to run your company for you. Maybe you need to hire a manager or something like that. And maybe you're going through June and you're saying, oh, am I going to find this person? You know, like I'm so excited about this and I'm trying to open my company, but I need a really good manager to help me run the place. And you haven't found them. And then all of a sudden someone comes into the picture. Okay. Or, there's just something like that, or getting a piece of information. Okay. Adding that one little piece, one little detail that you needed to make this idea perfect. It's coming in June. It could even be a spark of inspiration. Maybe the queens here could be representing other people. Maybe you talk to someone else and someone says, well, show me what you have. You know, the Queen of Cups is saying, okay, let me see what you've been working on. The Queen of Swords has her hand open saying, okay, what do you have? Let me see it. Let's talk about it. Okay. And so, of course, those are just examples, but something's coming together for you in June that's going to solidify this and make it, it just kind of gels a little bit better, or it starts to move forward. Yeah, and now you have the Page of Swords. So it's like, whatever this surprising thing is here, whatever this added element, this extra piece of information, whatever it is here, it gets you thinking. It's saying, oh, okay, this might work. Let me look into this a little bit more and see what I can do with this. Let me, you know, maybe if you're trying to hire someone for your company or for the company that you work for, and you say, oh, okay, you know, I think, you know, this application, this resume looks really good. Let me explore this more. Let me talk to this person a little bit more. Let me see what they're all about. Let me see if this will work. If you have some artwork or something you're working on here, maybe you haven't found the right color yet or something like that, since there's different colors on here. And then you find the perfect color. You're like, oh, I think this is going to work. Let me add it to the painting and let me see if that brings it to life, if that adds that spark that's been missing. So those are just examples so that you can kind of say, oh yeah, that now I see that relates to my life, right? Okay, so we have the Lovers card. This is what I was just talking about, that extra element, that added element, something that's missing, something that's going to be adding what is needed to make this idea whole, to give it that extra spark, to give it some little extra, oh, what is it? It's like something to make it complete. Okay. And the Lovers card could also be indicating someone coming into this project with you. Okay, so I mean, it is the Lovers card, but that doesn't necessarily have to mean that this is a romantic partnership. Okay, so it could indicate, like, remember how I was talking about perhaps you're meeting a manager, you know, to help run your company. And this could be showing that with the Lovers card that, you know, even though it might not be romantic, but you're meeting the perfect person to help you run your company, someone who's as dedicated as you are, someone who wants to help you, someone who's loyal, all of those things, right? So that's what the Lovers card can mean here. There's something coming in. And for some of you with the Lovers card, whatever this is here, let's say that you are an artist and you want to get your artwork in a gallery. And then you start talking to different people about, you know, hey, do you want to partner here with you know, me? What's that called when you, like, you showcase your artwork in a gallery and you partner with the gallery and whatever, you know, I'm sorry, I don't know the specific words in that world, but, you know, something like that. And it's like, okay, so I'm meeting the right people, and then you get your artwork into the gallery, and then someone shows up to look at your artwork, and that could be your soulmate, right? So it is possible that the Lovers card could be a little piece of the puzzle for some of you, where you kind of throughout pursuing your gift, you end up meeting your soulmate or something like that. Okay, so that is possible. The Empress card. It's really, so this particular Empress is pregnant, okay? And this is your baby. This is your project, okay? With the B card here, this is something that you've been working on, something that you're ready to, it's like you're nurturing it, you're getting it ready to give birth to it, okay? Whatever this idea is. And I'm really feeling like it's so interesting that you have the Lover's card and that you have the Empress card. And here we have the two people coming together, and then here we have the pregnancy. And because remember how I was talking about this could be a missing element to get things off the ground. I don't remember my specific words, but in June, how you could be meeting someone, or you could be finding that perfect paint to complete your painting, which is the two things coming together here. And then because that happens, now your idea has progressed enough to the point where you're almost ready to birth it out into the world, right? So yeah, there's definitely something happening where you are getting closer and closer and closer to bringing something out into the public eye in June. The Two of Wands, yeah. So definitely there seems to be a decision to be made, which is what I've been talking about, where you're exploring options. Remember I talked about that up here with this surprise that comes in and saying, oh, okay, that might work, or this person might be a great addition. And then, you know, exploring that further with the Page of Swords, and then making that decision and moving forward and seeing a lot of progress after that decision is made. The Five of Wands. Yeah, so with the Five of Wands, what I'm seeing here is that there was something that was missing, something that may have been causing some sort of delay. So with the Queen of Swords, I was talking about I don't remember my specific words, but it's something like calming down, okay? Things coming together, things making sense, finding the right people. Communication is getting out there. And so with the Five of Wands, what I'm seeing here is that there may have been a point in time where things kind of came to a standstill, and there could have been that one missing element, okay, like I've talked about throughout this reading. And what I'm seeing is that this standstill is being broken, and you're going to be seeing a lot of progress. Okay, so here, if you look at this card, how everyone's kind of arguing, like look at these four people here. Okay, they're kind of arguing, kind of like, hey, no, I'm right. Listen to what I have to say. And then this person right here seems to be kind of back a little bit from what's going on here. And I'm feeling like this person here is the person or the thing that's coming in saying, hey, wait, that surprise that we have here saying, hey, have you looked at it this way? I have a different perspective, or I have a different colored paint, or whatever it is. And then it's kind of, and then I'm seeing these people go, oh, yeah, that works. And then everything just starts to flow. Okay. So, and this could be just in your mind, you know, like for instance, like I said, if you're an artist over here and you find that perfect paint color, and then you try it out and it works, and then that's what erases this chaos. So something is erasing some kind of standstill or trying to figure things out. Like you get that right piece of information, and then things start to flow. Yeah, so here we have the Hierophant. Things start to come together. And okay, I'm getting a couple things here. So things start to come together. And what is it? I'm literally seeing, remember how I used it as an example, the artwork, and like partnering with an art gallery or something like that. And of course, that's just an example. That's obviously not going to apply to everybody. But people showing up to see something, going in somewhere to see something. And obviously this is a church here, but look at the artwork up here, right? The stained glass. And a lot of times churches have that beautiful stained glass, which is art, right? So I feel like that's definitely going to apply to some of you. I feel like there are things that are kind of being solidified, things that are coming together. You could be signing some kind of legal paperwork, so there could be a partnership going on, because this here is a courthouse, okay? So you could be signing a partnership, right, with somebody, something like that. But it's like things are becoming solidified and you're ready to present this particular thing to the world, or to it could even be to a select group of people at first, and then it's going to grow and grow and grow. What did I just say? That you're ready to present this thing to the world. Okay, and then we get the world card. That's pretty amazing. So with the world card here to close out your reading, everything's coming together. Because look at the tarot card that we started with. Let me see if I can get this out here. So with your tarot cards, we started with the Wheel of Fortune, and look at the World card. Do you see how similar these are? What's really interesting, so the Wheel of Fortune, you see all the books here, and remember with the Wheel of Fortune, I said something about, like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something about like hard work, dedication, paying off, and then starting to see results from that. So you have all the books here, and then look here, the books are gone because you've completed that stage, and now you're ready to shine and present this to the world. The other thing, you have the 10 here, and then you have 10, 10. Remember how I was saying that I was seeing 10, 10? Okay. So you have 10, 10. I don't know what that means for each of you, but it seems to be pretty significant because it started here and it ended here, and then we see the 10, 10 here. So keep that in mind as you go forward. It seems to be significant on some level. So yeah, you're making so much progress. You could be signing a deal with something. You could be solidifying something. You're going to start to see results and movement forward from all of this hard work that you've been putting in. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Bloodstone, and your card is the Cobra. Very interesting, the energy that I'm getting here. So the first thing that Spirit is showing me is that there seems to be a lot of excitement around something in your life. There's a lot of energy, like a heightened energy about something. Now, the thing that's really coming through here, Spirit is saying that, like, I'm hearing very clearly, not yet, wait for more information. Okay, so I'm feeling like this information is going to come through in June, okay? Because I'm feeling like if you wait and you don't just jump in to a particular situation, I feel like your sensitivity to energy, to vibrations will kind of be heightened. And I feel like you will be able to better discern if something is the best option for you or not, okay? And I feel for some of you, you're also changing, okay? Like you're going through changes, and it's kind of like, I have a feeling that I'm no longer meant for this particular situation, because I'm starting to see things that I either don't necessarily agree with anymore, or I'm starting to feel very uncomfortable. And I'm kind of in this protective stance where it's like, I'm feeling like if I need to like remove myself from the situation, I'm going to do that. If I need to protect myself, I'm going to do that. And see, I'm getting that there's a sense of potential, I don't necessarily want to say danger, but potential to make a wrong decision. And something that it's like going to need a lot of strategy or planning, or making sure that the options that you have, that you choose the right option within those options that are available to you. So there's something, it seems to be something that is a little tricky that's going on with your energy in June, or the energies that will be presented to you in June. Now, you're fully capable of working through the situation and determining what is the right option for you. Okay, it's just there's something a little bit tricky going on here, so I'm curious to see what your cards have to say. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Yeah, yes. Pave a new path. Remember I told you some of you are, how did I say it? Now, see, already I can't remember what I was saying because I get so involved in what I'm saying that I sometimes forget. That probably doesn't make any sense to you, but anyway. So there was something, I said something about all of a sudden you may have realized like, ooh, I'm seeing things or I'm feeling things that don't feel right anymore. And I don't think I want to be in this particular situation anymore. Okay. So forge, don't follow, pave a new path. Don't be afraid to exit from a situation that you're no longer comfortable in. Don't be afraid to shed your skin and kind of create this new life for yourself. Don't be afraid to cross into kind of like uncharted waters. Now, what's really interesting about this card is, do you see how it's kind of dark here? And then you have this person here who's moving toward this area that's greener and the sun is shining and going kind of from night to day. So it seems like there's something that you can't quite put your finger on, or something that you can't quite see for some of you, but you feel it and you're like, no, this just doesn't feel right anymore. And your senses are heightened and you're kind of on high alert and you're saying, okay, let me create a delicate exit strategy. Let me kind of extract myself from the situation very gently so I don't create a bunch of waves or something like that seems to be going on here in June. Okay. Oh, okay, we got 2. I thought I only had 1. Okay. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yeah, so a new earth. Do you see the synchronicities here? Things are changing for you. And for some reason, see, it's weird. You have kind of this interesting thing going on here where you're moving into something new, but you need to be very careful and don't move too quickly. Okay. So, but at the same time, you do want to take active measures to do something else. Okay. So I feel like it's a delicate balance as you go into this new period of your life. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see if we get any more energy and if I can see anything about what is going on, why you need to do this so carefully. Okay, because I'm kind of seeing like walking on a tightrope where it's like a delicate balance. It's moving from here to here on this tightrope, right? And once you get over here, things are going to be much better and you'll be able to breathe a little bit easier And you need to have patience because you can't just run across the tightrope, right? Because then you risk the chance of falling. Yeah, it's very interesting. And, you know, this is a general reading. So, you know, a lot of times Spirit will keep it very general because there's different people watching, obviously. So it'll be interesting if we get more information. Okay, so we have Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Yeah, absolutely. So it could be for some of you where you are right now, it has become a situation where you feel unsafe, where you feel like you need to protect yourself. And that could be why you kind of need to slowly back out of a situation, right? For some of you, the Cobra could represent, because I'm seeing the Cobra as protection, but I'm also now seeing the Cobra for some of you as like an entity. So let's say, for instance, that you have this horrible boss. This could be representing your boss, where you feel like you need to slowly, like you're walking on eggshells. Like maybe you gave a 2-week notice and you're just walking on eggshells, trying to slowly extract yourself from this job because you still want to be in good standing when you leave, right? So that's another possibility that we're seeing here. Again, this is a general reading, so, you know, as just an example, but kind of to give you an idea how that can relate to your own situation. But regardless of what your situation is, Spirit says that change is going to bring harmony and balance for you. So don't worry, things are going to get easier for you as you go through this process. You're shedding the skin of something that's no longer who you are. You know, like I really feel like some of you really just kind of woke up one day and something happened that kind of set you off and you're like, ew, I don't want to be in this environment anymore. Like, I deserve better than this. Okay, that's kind of the energy I'm feeling here. Okay, what else? Is that one or two? Okay. And, you know, this card wants to come out too, so you're going to get quite a few cards if you're reading here, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. Full moon in Libra, find a balance. Okay. Interesting. Let me scoot these over a little bit for you because this card here is talking about balance. So like I said, something became off balance and it's a delicate situation that you need to slowly extract yourself from. But look at this. Look at how beautiful this card is. Do you see how it correlates to this first one over here? How here it's kind of dark. If you look right here, it's kind of out of focus a little bit. It looks like a little hazy or something. And then what happens is you move forward, this beautiful scenery, and things become more balanced. And that's what we're seeing here, where it's dark. And then as you keep moving forward, you see the light and it's green and it's just so much better. Like, I want to take a deep breath and like sigh of relief. Okay. So, yeah, have no fear. Things are going to change for you as you keep moving. Ooh, look. Trust the universe. First quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. Trust your instincts also. You know, with the Cobra doesn't always strike, right? The Cobra will raise up and be in this protective stance, ready to strike, but the Cobra will feel the situation, right? So let's say you're walking along the road, the Cobra's, you know, resting, and then all of a sudden the Cobra senses you walking toward it, but you don't know it's there, right? And so the Cobra is going to be on high alert and is going to assess the situation and be ready to strike. So there's that sense of protection for you here, especially with the Cobra and the Bloodstone, right? But the Cobra's not always going to strike. And so what I'm seeing here is that, yes, you could be in kind of a delicate situation, but there's also safety. Like you're going to be able to extract yourself from the situation. And Spirit says just trust the universe because this is the universe working in your favor, helping you to move on to something that's going to bring you much more balance. Believe in your good luck. Okay. Things are going to come together for you. Things are absolutely going to come together for you. This was needed to kind of push you along, okay? Sometimes when we no longer belong in a situation, the universe will make it extremely uncomfortable to kind of gently nudge us along, saying, okay, you know, this is not meant for you any longer, and I'm sorry that we had to make it this difficult for you, but you needed to kind of have that push along into something new. So, you know, it's all going to work out for you. It's all going to be okay. Okay, look at how many cards you have here. The universe is really wanting to have you know that you're going to be okay and that you're going to be safe as you extract yourself from the situation. Okay, what else do you want to say to pile number 2, please? So here you have the 4 of Pentacles. So you're absolutely going into a place of more balance, and a place that's much more safer for you. It's more productive. It's more, it's going to allow you to grow your ideas, grow your stability. Something about the situation feels unstable. So the situation that you're going into is going to be much, much, much more stable. Much more stable. You're going to feel safer. You're going to feel more protected. And I feel also something about this is, how do I explain this? Where you're going, someone is going to appreciate you more, is going to give you more, what's the word I'm looking for? So they're going to appreciate you more. They're going to listen to you more. They're going to, like, they have faith in, like, what you say, and they trust you, and yeah, something like that is going on. Let's see what else we have. This is connected to what I was just saying, where I'm getting this sense that where you were before, can I set these right here? Yeah, we can still kind of see them there, right? Okay. What I was saying with this card here, the 4 of Pentacles, it's almost like, let's say, and this is just an example because everybody can kind of, well, most people can relate to having a job, right? And then using that in your particular scenario. So let's say that you had a job or even a relationship, and let's say you have these ideas for a new project at work, and you present them to your boss, and your boss is like, oh yeah, that's a cute idea, but no thank you. Or you're in a relationship and you're like, hey, maybe we should do this, and that person's like, that's a stupid idea. And then you start to feel defeated, and you feel like you have all of this creativity, you have all of these ideas, okay, which would be the little dragons attached to this person. But when you present them, you feel defeated. You're like, okay, well, maybe my ideas are stupid. Maybe I should just stop offering my ideas. Okay, so I get this sense of something like that happening. And what Spirit is saying with the 4 of Pentacles is that where you're going, you're going to be appreciated. People are going to listen to you. People are going to like what you have to offer. So this is either ideas or your personality, or, you know, just this energy that you have to give to a situation. Whereas before, it seems like there was kind of a sense of being ignored or being pushed down, or, you know, something. Because here, don't forget here, this says, be the leader you wish you had. Okay. So something was kind of pushing you down, knocking you off your throne here where you belong. You don't belong here where you feel defeated and sad and, you know, kind of depressed and lonely. You deserve to be uplifted. You deserve to be around people who lift you up, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, look at this, the 10 of Cups. This is basically what I was just saying. You deserve to be celebrated. Okay, look at these people are celebrating each other. And look at the little dragon here. The dragon's even celebrating. Okay? So you're leaving this place of walking on eggshells and this place of always feeling pushed down and knocked down. And you're going into a place of great balance, celebration, great happiness, and like gratitude. Okay. So yeah, this could be a new relationship. Okay. Maybe you are in a really negative relationship, and maybe you're rebuilding your sense of, your self-esteem. Maybe, okay, remember, believe in your good luck. So maybe you meet somebody by chance. Maybe you meet someone kind of out of the blue. And what I'm seeing is that things are shifting for you. Things are falling in line for you. Okay. And I'm feeling like you're going to be very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. Okay, and here we have the Page of Swords. So I'm getting a sense of fresh ideas. Ooh, especially because look at this. Look at how there's like this little angel here pouring water out into the clouds. So there's a sense of your creativity being able to flourish, your ideas being able to flourish, you standing out, okay? Your ideas standing out, you're being able to communicate freely and having people listen to your ideas, okay? I feel like that's going to be very empowering for you. Whether this is a job or a relationship or maybe restructuring things with family or, something like that, okay? People are going to start to listen to you because you're in this new environment where you're allowed to express yourself. You're allowed to, what you have to offer is so appreciated. Whereas here, it was kind of like, no, just sit down and be quiet. Okay, so here, it's like, no, don't do that. Like, we want to know what you have to say. So it's just very refreshing. Okay, so here we have, wow, the King of Swords. There's a lot going on here with this energy. So first of all, what I want to point out is this transformation that you're going to be going through regarding communication and ideas, presenting those ideas to other people, and people listening. People listening. So this skin that you seem to be shedding here has to do with, it really is pointing to being able to speak your mind and having someone listen to you. Okay, someone being open to what you have to say. So, this could definitely represent like a boss or a manager or an employer or a parent or someone with some kind of authority or something like that. But what's happening here is that they're listening to you. They're taking what you have to say into account. They're not discounting you. They're saying, okay, let's see what you have to offer and let's see, what we can do with that. And they're really appreciative of what you offer to an organization, to a team, to an environment, to a relationship, whatever it is, because this doesn't have to be work related. That's just kind of the example that I've gone with throughout most of the reading. But yeah, you're able to use your voice, and your voice is heard. So you have the Two of Pentacles. There's more balance coming in. There's more of what you're going to be entering, whether it's a relationship, job, where you're living, whatever it is, it's much more balanced. And, you know, you have several cards showing that things are going to be balancing out for you. Okay, you have harmony and balance here, find balance here, balance mentioned here, and then you have it here. So balance in multiple different areas. I feel like your self-esteem is coming back. I feel like your sense of creativity is coming back. Your sense of belonging is coming back, being appreciated. Just overall, your energy within your body, your vibration is really coming into balance. And I feel like throughout June, you're starting to shed your skin of being pushed down and almost like I'm feeling like being degraded or something, like feeling like you're less than someone else, okay? And so that's coming to an end, but also the residual feelings of that, you're letting that go, okay? And you're coming back into your power. Yeah, so here we have the Three of Wands. So again, there's a sense of transformation happening for you in June. There's a sense of standing up for yourself, knowing that you deserve better than what you were getting over here, okay? Being the leader and paving that new path for yourself, okay? Having this greater vision of what you want to see happen and, you know, kind of taking that leap of faith and trusting that everything is going to work out for you. And then with the Three of Wands, everything does start to work out for you in June. Things start to balance out. You start to feel more like yourself again. And not just that, but also like your creativity and what you have to offer, it's no longer being stifled. So then it's like this expansion of your creativity, this expansion of your ideas, of your contributions. Okay, so I'm feeling like in June, you're going to start to feel more and more comfortable in voicing your opinion, and because you're going to see that other people want to know what you have to say, want to know what you're thinking, and they're not going to kind of push you to the side anymore. They're going to want you to be a part of the group or a part of the team or whatever it is going on here, because, you know, like even a relationship, right? That should be a team and not someone kind of dictating what's going to happen. So regardless of what your situation is, there's more of a flow of energy with people, places, and things that you're going to be encountering in June. And you're going to really start to feel more comfortable with that. And you're also going to start to trust that more and know that you can speak your mind. Yeah, here we see it again with the Ace of Swords here. So you're going to be rewarded for your ideas, for your thoughts, your ideas, your plans. And I'm feeling that with you voicing your opinion, it's going to bring you new opportunities. Okay, see this bird here? It's making me think of like a stork bringing in something new, a new opportunity, new blessings. Yeah, just like new opportunities that you are going to conquer. Okay, you're going to conquer these new opportunities. I feel like it's going to become easier and easier for you as you move forward. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Pentacles. I love this. Okay, do you see this figure? So this is the chair, right? But it's kind of like this figure, like this angel or something that's protecting the queen, okay? And then the queen is holding the pentacle here. Your ideas are protected. Who you are as a person is protected. It's going to be embraced. You're going to be embraced. Your ideas are going to be embraced. And you're really setting this new foundation, laying this new groundwork. And I'm also feeling for some of you, if this is related to a job for some of you, moving on to a new job could open the door for you to get a promotion, and to the point where you could be in this position where the other person was, how the other person treated you, okay? So you could become a boss, a manager, director, whatever it is, right? But you're going to do things differently because you learned a very valuable lesson over here that you don't want to be this way. For some of you, this could represent a parent. Some of you may be having a child and you're not going to parent the same way. Okay, but it's like you're being embraced by these new people, places, and things. Very much appreciated, which is then opening up this this road for you to expand and grow. Okay, so now we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. So I feel like in the beginning, as you're just kind of starting on this new journey, there's going to be a transition period for you where you have to relearn how to speak out. You have to relearn that your words and your thoughts are valuable, and you have to relearn that it's a safe place for you to speak your mind. You have to relearn that people want to hear what you have to say. People want your contributions, whereas here, I'm not really seeing that happen. Okay, so this new, whoa, excuse me. So anytime I cough like that, that really indicates that there's something kind of stuck, and it's interesting because it'll usually happen on a card like the Nine of Swords, something like that. So what Spirit is telling me here is that you're going to be safe in this new environment, and you don't have to worry about when you say something that you're going to get knocked down. Okay, that fear is just in your mind. And I really feel like eventually it will become a thing of the past where you're only going to identify that fear with this situation over here. And you're going to start to feel more comfortable in your own skin as you move forward. Yeah, and this is exactly why. Because this new environment that you're going into, it's reciprocal, it's balanced, it's a very healing environment. It's a gentle energy. It's a place where you can learn, a place where you can grow. It matches your energy. Okay, so it's a safe place where you're going. Much, much better for you. Things are going to get much better for you. So then we have the Two of Wands. So with the Two of Wands, I feel that this is taking us back to, remember in the beginning how I told you that you have to be careful with how you extract yourself from this situation, okay? And I feel that's going on here. There's contemplation, there's perhaps researching things, there is planning, okay? So not jumping out of a situation too quickly and not jumping into a new one too quickly, okay? Just know that this kind of slow transition, it's going to happen for you. It's probably going to feel slower than it actually is, okay, because I'm seeing this happen in June. Okay, so June is only so long, right? But when you're in a situation like this, I do understand that, every minute could feel like an hour or longer. So just extract yourself carefully, move forward knowing that you have these new opportunities coming in for you, and just be very discerning with these new opportunities, and you're going to land in the right place. Okay, much, much better place. So that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Howlite crystal, and your card is the Hawk. What is so striking about this card to me is that, do you see how it's dark along the edge over here, but then it's getting brighter? So I'm getting a sense that in June, you're going to be coming out of a period of stagnancy, and you're going into a period of more opportunities, more creativity. Things are changing for you during the month of June. And I feel like there's going to be multiple opportunities for you that show up during this month. And I feel like you're going to be able to spot which opportunities are the best for you, which ones that you can, which opportunities would be the best choice, the best option, the best, things that would resonate with you the most. I feel like your intuition is going to be spot on with these new opportunities. Okay, so I definitely get a sense that you're also going to be getting some sort of message. Okay, so what I'm seeing with that is this could be anything like something verbal, this could be a phone call, this could be a text message, email, a letter in the mail. And I feel like that's somehow connected to this opportunity. So let's say, for example, you could have multiple job opportunities that are coming in, or, anything like that coming in. Some sort of communication I feel is coming in for you that's also going to help change things for you. What else do you want to say to pile number 3? Ooh, okay, those are your cards. Let's see. Ooh, so we have portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and wild card. This is exactly what I was talking about. So with the hawk, you're going to be seeing new opportunities coming in. There's new communication. There's something coming into your life that is going to open these new doors. So new opportunities are coming in, and it's going to be your choice. Remember, the hawk is flying and has choice in like the prey, right? In deciding where to go and what is the best opportunity for the hawk. So I feel like you're gonna kind of have a sense of power, whereas you're gonna be able to choose from multiple different options, okay? You decide, it's your choice, and you're going to be rewarded. And with wild card, it seems like there could be something that kind of surprises you, something that maybe happens out of the blue, something that you're not expecting. Okay, we have activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Ooh, very interesting. And trust where you're led. Remember I was talking about with this card how it's dark here? So you're coming out of like a place of darkness, if you will, which can mean multiple different things. Maybe you were sitting there waiting for an opportunity and it hadn't happened yet. And so you're like, okay, well, let me try over here in this new area. Let me see if I can get an opportunity over here, or let me see if, something happens here or there or whatever. Okay, power places. So the wild card could relate to doing things differently, or looking in a different place, or someone from a different place kind of popping up on your path, okay? Trust where you're led. Trust the process is what Spirit says. What else can you tell us for pile number 3? Find a balance. This was in, I believe it was pile number 2. So find a balance. Don't accept any opportunities that don't align with exactly what you're looking for, okay? You don't have to accept the first opportunity that appears, because there's going to be multiple opportunities, okay? Multiple opportunities. So if the first one doesn't feel right, if the second one doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to keep looking, okay? Because this card, it doesn't say a door is opening. It says doors are opening. You decide, okay? So more than one opportunity is coming into your life, okay? So just keep that in mind. Ooh, we have new moon in Leo and shine. So look at all of the sunflowers here. There's so much growth, and oh my gosh, I have to tell you exactly what I'm seeing here. So remember I was talking about the hawk flying high in the air and seeing opportunities down here on the ground? Look at all of the opportunities that you have here. Okay, so it seems like there's just a lot of really, really good opportunities that are going to be coming your way in June. There's so much growth, and I feel like everything is lining up, right? Because with the sunflowers, you know, for anything to grow, you need the right elements. You need the right amount of sun, the right amount of darkness, the right amount of water and soil, nutrients, things like that, right? Everything's coming together to create this perfect environment for you to thrive in and to, just thrive in and really shine. Because look here how we're going into the sun, right? So if it was always dark, the sunflowers wouldn't bloom, right? They wouldn't grow. And I'm feeling like where you're going in June, this opportunity that's going to opportunities that are going to present themselves, it's going to allow you to grow. There's so much growth happening here for you. So I'm really curious what your tarot cards have to say. Okay, what else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? We're looking at June 2025. Yeah, so you have the 6 of Rods. This is the 6 of Wands. This is a success card. You're marching into a place of success. I am feeling, hold on, it's like coming through very slowly. It's, oh, okay. So these opportunities that are going to present themselves, first of all, you're going to make the right choice, okay? But this information that you're getting, which I feel, you know, remember earlier I said it's like some sort of form of communication, which would be these opportunities that are coming in, and you choose the right opportunity. And once you get into this particular new opportunity, it's going to be a very productive environment where you yourself can be very productive within this new opportunity that you choose. You're then going to see additional opportunities. You're going to be able to see how you can advance from that point forward. So this is just the beginning for you in June. From June forward, you're going to have a chance to prove yourself, a chance to make additional changes, and you're going to be rewarded for that. So whatever it is that you're going into, you're going to be noticed in a very, very positive way, because you can get noticed in a negative way, right? But this is a positive way. You're going to shine, and people are going to love what you have to offer, okay? The Queen of Cups. Yeah, so, I'm getting a couple things here with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen always looks at the cup. She looks at all different angles of the cup. She looks at, how does it look here? How does it feel? Okay. And in this particular card, the Queen of Cups has her eyes closed. So I feel what's happening here is the Queen has looked at something that has been presented to her, and then she sits and she thinks, how does this feel? Does this resonate with my soul? Is anything off? How do I feel about this, right? Kind of how the hawk might do up in the air, saying, is this a good opportunity for me? Does this look good? Does it feel good? Is this something I want? And from that point, making a decision. So being very discerning about opportunities that are coming in for you. Also, what I'm seeing here, since we were just talking about you shining in this new environment, I'm also seeing the Queen of Cups as someone else who is watching you shine, who is so glad that they brought you in, that they invited you in, that they sent this form of communication to you and that you accepted and that you're moving forward together. Okay. So this could be some kind of team environment or something like that. It might not be a team environment, but there's something with at least one other person that's connected to this somehow. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could definitely have something to do with work, okay? Maybe your work is creative with the Queen of Cups. Maybe you're doing something creative. Maybe for some of you with Shine and the Six of Wands, you could be in the creative arts and you've been given an opportunity of, like I just heard, opportunity of a lifetime. Some of you could be artists as in creating artwork like painting or drawing or something like that, and you have an opportunity to shine. Maybe you're going to be presenting your artwork in an art gallery or something like that, okay? And these are just examples. It doesn't necessarily have to do with work, but with the Queen of Pentacles, it definitely made me think of work and this great success that you're going to have. So whatever it is that's going on here, because again, remember, this is a general reading, so it, you know, there's different people watching, so I have to keep it kind of general. But whatever it is that's going on, whatever your particular circumstances are, there's great success that's coming in for you in June, and there's a sense of productivity, creativity, accomplishments, and things moving forward for you. So here we have the Five of Rods, which is the Five of Wands. And I feel like what this is showing is that, you see the darkness here? Remember I pointed out here with this card how it's dark on the edges here. So I feel like where you were, as this hawk is moving forward away from this darkness, I feel like there was a sense of a little bit of struggle, a little bit of lack of accomplishment, trying to get things done and working really hard to get something done. But for some reason, it was kind of stagnant. It's like there was no movement forward. It's like I keep trying and trying and trying, but something's off balance. Something is not working. People aren't listening. People aren't watching. People aren't paying attention. I keep trying to shine and it's not happening. Okay, so this is coming to an end in June. And it's interesting that it's the Five of Wands because obviously before June we have May. So there may have been some kind of struggle that you were dealing with in May, and you're definitely coming out of that struggle because you have five and then you have the Six of Wands here. So definitely we're seeing a shift. And this shift could be coming from your own perspective, okay? This could be something like something that clicks in your mind and you say, oh my gosh, it didn't work for me doing it that way. I'm going to try it this way with this new opportunity that's coming in. Or maybe this, you know, where you were before just wasn't working, and then you have these new opportunities coming in and you're just so grateful and so happy that it's more balanced, that you're celebrated here instead of kind of being forced to conform to something that you weren't here. Now you have kind of like creative freedom, creative expression, you know, something like that. Okay, now we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so I feel like this is connected to, I mean, obviously the Five of Wands here, but connected to this darkness on this card that you're coming out of. So wherever you were or currently are, something that's shifting for you in June, or if you've already come out of this situation, you know, you're going to be seeing your opportunities, and actually you're going to be seeing your opportunities no matter what in June. But the Seven of Swords is showing me that you felt like you were wasting your time. It's kind of like you were up against a wall, like you kept trying to communicate something and nobody was listening, or you couldn't get things done. And it's like, oh, what a waste of time that was. So there's a sense of relief that that's coming to an end. Okay. Another thing I'm getting here is that using your discernment, okay? Because remember, multiple doors are opening and you are the one who's going to decide which one you want to move forward with. So just using your discernment and being like the Queen of Cups and looking at these different options, okay? Weighing your options, looking at them, not jumping right into anything. And also, so seeing what the concrete information is with these particular opportunities, but also it's very important that you listen to your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, there's probably something that's a little bit off with that situation. So just listen to that and know that you're going to be guided to the perfect opportunity. So if that first opportunity that comes in is not the best one, don't be afraid to wait for the one that is the best one. Look at you. You have the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So this can be representing a couple different things here. All of your queens here. This can be representing these opportunities that are going to be coming in for you. Okay, and why it's so important to dig deep and make sure that you understand what each opportunity has to offer. Because if that's the case, these are all quite different. They're all great opportunities. But what is best for your personality? Which one would support you in the way that you need moving forward? Okay, which is the best option for you and where you want to go? Okay. With the Queen of Swords, I'm also seeing, again, this can absolutely represent this communication that I've seen coming in for you. I feel with the Queen of Swords that these opportunities that are coming in, I feel that they're all good opportunities. I feel that some of them will be better than others. I feel like some of them will get you to where you want to go a little bit quicker, okay? So it kind of depends on your particular situation. Maybe you don't want to move that quickly. Maybe you want to take your time and really learn the process and, you know, accept this new opportunity and kind of gradually move forward. And others of you may say, I want the opportunity that's going to get me to my end goal the quickest, okay? And that's fine too, whatever you want, right? There's different people watching this. So just pay attention to that, because with these opportunities, there are different things. Like some may offer more money than others. Some may offer you a sense of more peace and balance and kind of like a quieter environment. And others of you may need more action and more, you know, excitement. So just keep that in mind as you go forward. And then we have the Two of Rods. So this is the Two of Wands. So, oh, I love this. Oh my gosh, I just got chills because it is below the doors are opening, doors being plural, and the Two of Rods, multiple opportunities coming in for you. I would say at least 2 to 3 opportunities at a minimum are coming in for you. Okay, in the month of June. And, you know, the Two of Wands really talks about things I've just previously talked about with using your discernment and, you know, really being in touch with what it is that you want going forward and not being afraid to wait for that perfect opportunity. Okay. Because like, do you see here how when we look at the queens as opportunities coming in, okay, you have 2 queens here and then you have a third one here, okay? Look at this card, how you have 2 here and then you have 3 here, okay? 3 pillars and then 2 wands here. So absolutely, most likely 2 to 3. There could be more that we see coming in later on, but they're different. And you see how these 2 are back to back? So if these 2 aren't exactly what you're looking for, don't be afraid to wait a little bit because another one will come in, okay? And this is all happening in June. So it just depends on, you know, what you want. The Seven of Cups. So, again, like your cards are kind of just reiterating what we've said, what I've said. Look at the sun here. Absolutely. New opportunities are coming in that will allow you to shine. Okay. The rainbow here is making me think that an opportunity is coming in for you where it's like, I've put in all this hard work, all this effort, and there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like money could definitely be coming in for you. The moon here can represent your intuition. Like I said, using your intuition, using your discernment when these new opportunities come in for you. Oh, what else was I going to say about the moon? It just literally flashed through my brain and now it's gone. I can't think of what it was, but another if it comes back, I'll tell you. Another thing that I'm getting with the moon is these different phases, okay? And coming out of kind of this darkness and going into like a lighter, brighter time, okay? Definitely with the fire here, this could be something that is creative, something that's you're going to enjoy. And the snake is making me think of you shedding your skin, coming into who you're supposed to be, enjoying and embracing these new opportunities. And another thing with the Seven of Cups is opportunities, right? So it could definitely be with the Seven of Cups that you have more than 2 to 3 options coming in. Okay, so it could be that you have more than 2 to 3 options. It could be that 2 to 3 of these options are the best ones for you. Okay, but you could have other offers that come in that, you know, they'd be okay. But I feel like 2 to 3 would be your best. Like I feel like you could narrow it down to 3 options. Like let's say you get 7 options, you can narrow it down to 3 very easily. And then I feel there's one that you can cut out. And then I feel like it would be down to these 2 where you have to weigh your options from that point. The Seven of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Pentacles, what I'm seeing here is, again, I'm seeing that patience, that discernment, looking at things, waiting for the right opportunity, and not just moving forward with just anything. Remember how I talked about the sunflowers here, how the sunflowers have to have the perfect soil, the right amount of sun, the right amount of darkness, all those things, right? I'm seeing that here too with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm feeling like this new opportunity that is coming in for you is going to bring in money for you. And it could be with this opportunity, because I know I talked about it somewhere. I don't remember where exactly. Maybe it was here. I don't know. Anyway, I talked about how, I think I talked about that. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. If not, it was in my mind and I started talking about something else. But sorry, sometimes I get so many things coming in at one time. So this initial opportunity, okay, can open the door. You accept this one particular thing, and then from there, there's other opportunities that arise from that one. So it could be, let's just say, for instance, this is just an example. You accept this new job, and then, you know, within like 6 to 7 months, you get this promotion or this opportunity for a promotion. And so you take that promotion, and then you're making more money. And then you prove yourself, you shine, right? You shine again, because first you were offered a promotion from this new opportunity, and then you get a raise. Okay, so it could be like this progression where people notice you, and one thing, this new opportunity leads to another new opportunity after June, okay? The Five of Cups. It's interesting that the Five of Cups is here with the Five of Wands, because we're seeing some kind of struggle. We're seeing something where it's like something's not working, okay? And so what I see happening here, like the Five of Cups, notice how the 3 cups are overturned here. And with the Five of Wands, it was like all this effort going into something and not getting anything in return, okay? Something being stagnant, something like trying to move forward and being stuck, like a door being closed. And I'm feeling with the Five of Cups, especially with the darkness here on the Hawk card, where you may have felt like, oh yeah, hold on a second. That's what I was talking about earlier. It could have happened in May, where you were feeling like stuck and stagnant and you were feeling like, okay, maybe I should focus on something else. And then in June, everything shifts for you and these opportunities open. So what I'm seeing here with the Five of Cups, and this may have happened in May or maybe like the previous 5 months, where you really been working on something so hard, you've been putting your effort into something and you've been showing something and nobody is interested. And so you're starting to lose faith and you're saying, okay, maybe I should just stop doing what I'm doing, just give up on it and just do something else. So for instance, let's say that you've been trying to break into a new industry, or you're an artist and you've been trying to get noticed and you've been working and putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this, okay, which could also be the Seven of Pentacles, putting all this effort into it and nobody's noticing. You're not getting any opportunities. Maybe you've sent your resume out to, a bunch of different companies and nobody has called you back. That's changing in June, okay? The High Priestess, yeah. So with the High Priestess, there's some kind of information that you don't have yet. I feel like this is connected to these opportunities. So it's like you can't see something yet. There's something that's missing. And what's missing is that communication that I told you will be getting in June, right? So you get that missing information, and then from there, so that would be these opportunities that are coming in. And then from there, you can do your research that we talked about. You can make sure that these opportunities are the best opportunities for you. And then you can make your decision on how to move forward. Okay, let's get your last card. The King of Swords. Now, this is interesting because remember earlier I was talking about the queens that could be these opportunities coming in for you. And I told you that it would be 2 to 3 probably that would be like your best options. And then remember I said that there could be other ones here. But I also said don't be afraid to wait for the best option. Now look at how these court cards are placed here. So here we have back to back, okay? And then a little bit down the road, you have another one. And then a little bit longer down the road, you have another one. Okay. So it definitely looks like you have at least 4 opportunities coming in June. Because remember with the Seven of Cups, I said it could definitely be more than 2 to 3, but 2 to 3 look like your best options. Okay. So what this is telling me is don't be afraid to wait for the perfect option. And what I'm seeing with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords being right next to each other here is that there's a great balance that's coming in. Things are changing for you. You're going to accept the perfect opportunity at the perfect time. Things are going to line up for you. It's going to be a perfect match of energy. It's going to be very reciprocal. Like people are going to listen to you, people are going to pay attention to you, you're going to be able to progress forward in this new opportunity. Like remember how I talked about this particular opportunity is going to lead into other opportunities in the future. So there's definitely the potential for a lot of growth here, and definitely much more balance than you've seen previously. And that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.